Welcome back, everybody, to WagerTalk TV. I'm Ross the Boss Benjamin of WagerTalk.com, and I got two NFL free pick winners for you for Sunday the 28th, and I'll get to those shortly. They come in the games between the Chargers and the Giants. Will the Giants be able to bounce back after an 0-3 start? And now with the insertion of rookie quarterback Jackson Dart, or will the Chargers continue their winning ways as they're 3-0 out of the gate? And will that East Coast time zone uh, start time bother the Chargers since they haven't done so all year? And then also we're looking at the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Francisco 49ers, two teams that are combined 5-1 on the season. Who's going to come out on top on this game? Who's going to cover the spread? I have all those answers and much more. So stay tuned. Just a couple friendly reminders. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, take a second to do so. It's absolutely free. Just hit that subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of your page. And then while you're at it, hit the alert notification bell for Wager Talk TV. You'll be notified immediately upon any of our great content going up on our great channel. In addition, folks, be kind enough to give me a like. I mean, these videos have been doing awfully well over the last 14 months, especially over the last couple weeks. I don't want to keep beating a dead horse how well we're doing. But again, these are free. They're not my best picks. So, folks, take advantage of some of the special offers we got going on my premium picks. I'll get to those specials and my records in just a moment. But let's get to the first game at hand. And let us know, by the way, before I get to the Chargers Giants game, let us know who you like in week 4 of the NFL card on Sunday and Monday. We have two games on Monday as well, remember, folks. So leave your picks in the comment section or leave your comments in terms of why you like those picks, or just if you have a handicapping question in general, I'll leave it in there and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So, again, folks, be nice, be respectful, don't be demeaning, don't be vulgar. Let's keep it a positive community. All right, so the Chargers at the Giants, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. The Chargers, a perfect 3-0 record. They started the season with three divisional games, won all three. One game was played in Brazil. One game was, or in two games, excuse me, were played on the West Coast at Las Vegas and then home last week when they pulled out a last second field goal win over the Denver Broncos. The New York Giants, well, they can't get out of their own way, and that seems to be an ongoing theme for them over the last couple seasons. 0-3, coming off a 20-9 loss at home against Kansas City on Sunday night. The positive thing for the Giants in that game was the fact that their defense held the Kansas City Chiefs to 305 yards in that game. But again, that's a Kansas City offense that's really struggled this year for whatever reason. In any event, I tell you, I really like the Giants' defense. I think on paper, and especially their front four, they're very talented. It's just that they don't get a hell of a lot of support from their offense, and sometimes they're just on the field way too much and wear down. The Chargers' defense through three games has been excellent, 16.7 points per game, 276.7 yards per game. And it's a big reason why they're 3-0 because they're not putting up giant offensive numbers, even though Justin Herbert's been getting a lot of love at quarterback, and he should be because he's playing awfully well. This will be the first non division game for the Chargers, as I alluded to. First East Coast, 1 o'clock start game of the season. You always have to worry about teams from the West Coast when they come to the East Coast, and especially so when they do it for a first time in the season. So, something to keep an eye on there as well. The Chargers have played 6-0 to the under in their last six away games when the total has been between 42.5 and 49. And this total right now is 44. So it fits into that category. And those six games averaged a combined 36.3 points per game scored. Jackson Dart gets his much anticipated uh, first ever start in the NFL for the New York Giants. The former Ole Miss quarterback was very good in the preseason. The fans have been clamoring for him to get in games, and he's had some spot duty as they've had a couple different packages for him throughout the course of the first three games, very limited. And now he's been named the starting quarterback for the rest of the season. The New York Giants, by the way, Before game 9 of the season, they've played 9-0 to the under at home since 2023. And those 9 games averaged a combined 29.6 points per game. The Giants' defense, like I said, much better than their overall numbers would indicate. They probably played their best defensive game last Sunday against Kansas City. They didn't play bad against Washington. It's just, again, their offense couldn't get anything going. And then they were involved in a shootout against Dallas, which definitely was their worst defensive game of the year, but on the other hand, was their best offensive game. But look, here's the thing. The Chargers defense is going to be hard to penetrate with a rookie quarterback. It's not like the Giants have a dynamic running game that will open up play action opportunities for the youngster. I like Jackson Dart. I think he's going to do well in this league. I like the fact that the Giants have turned to him early after Russell Wilson's struggles. And I like this game to go under the total. I think both defenses prevail here. And I think we settle for a lot of field goals in this game, and the final score is going to go under the total of 44 is my free pick. Chargers, Giants, under 44. All right, before I get to the next game, which is the Jacksonville Jags and the San Francisco 49ers, folks, $49 Weekend Warrior special again this week. And what that entails is you're going to get for $49, you're going to get all college football picks on Saturday, all NFL picks on Sunday and Monday. And remember, again, 2 games on Monday. The last 2 weeks, I congratulate anybody or everybody that has bought my Weekend Warrior packages for just $49, folks. You've gone 15-5. Congratulations for making the leap. Congratulations for the faith you entrusted in me. And yes, 15-5 the last 2 weeks combined. College football, NFL. 2 weeks ago in college football, a 4-0 sweep. Last week in the NFL, a 4-0 sweep. College football, 7-1 the last 2 weeks. Also, college football, 13-6 on the year, plus 26 units. It's off to a good start in college football there. And college football has been tremendous, folks. Number one in both win percentage and money earned last year in college football. Number one since the start of the 2023 season in units earned. So college football has been great. NFL off a 4-0 sweep. Take advantage of that offer. $49 Weekend Warrior special. And you'll be happy you did, like the many that took advantage of this the last 2 weeks. All right, so the Jacksonville Jaguars at the San Francisco 49ers, 4:05 p.m. Eastern Time. San Francisco is a 3.5-point favorite. The total in this game is 46.5. The Jaguars defense has been very good during this 2-1 start. Now, they had a little bit of a lapse in the second half of the Cincinnati game. When Joe Burrow went out of the game, Jake Browning came in, and especially in the second half, had a monster game against Jacksonville. And even with that, the Jags lost that game 31-27, and Cincinnati scored the winning touchdown with just 13 seconds left to play. So they very easily could be sitting at 3-0 right now. San Francisco, by the way, 3-6 straight up and 1-8 against the spread in their last 9 at home. Whenever there's a total of 45.5 or more, and right now the total is 46.5, which simply means that when the 49ers face an opponent that's pretty lethal offensively, or at least has a very good offense, they've struggled in those games at home. Their only loss, the only time they did not struggle, I believe they barely won those 3 games, but they didn't cover 8 of the 9. San Francisco 3-0, but all 3 wins by 5 points or fewer, and by a combined 10 points in all. So this team could very easily be 0-3 or 1-2 instead of 3-0. San Francisco only 87.7 yards per game rushing through the first 3 games of the season, and that could be problematic against a Jacksonville defense that's allowed a little over 82 yards per game against the run in their first 3 games. So one team they're struggling to run the ball with any consistency, and the other team's been very good at stopping the run. This puts a lot of pressure on San Francisco backup quarterback Mac Jones, who's been filling in for the injured Brock Purdy, who's out indefinitely with a toe injury, and it puts a lot of pressure on him in terms of having to win the game with his arm and having little balance in the run pass uh, combination on offense. So I like the Jacksonville Jaguars here, plus the 3.5 at San Francisco. I think that Trevor Lawrence plays his best game of the season here. He hasn't been great. Be honest with you, he has not been great the first three games, despite their 2-1 record and putting up some decent offensive numbers. He's only completed 55.8% of his passes, but I think he's going to shine here. And I think we'll see Mac Jones regress to the backup quarterback he is in this matchup. I'm going to go with Jacksonville plus 3.5 at San Francisco. And my other free pick for Sunday, the 28th of September, is the LA Chargers and New York Giants to go under the total of 44. I'll be back tomorrow with both winning picks on the Monday night matchups right here at Wager Talk TV. Be sure not to miss that. And, again, folks, all sports were on a 144 and 95 run since May the 13th. That's all my premium picks. That's 60% winning, and it's also plus 125 units in net profit. And you can get my 60-day all access pass right now. It's normally $5.98 for 60 days. We're going to do it for you for $3.98. It's a limited time offer, so take advantage of that. You'll not only get my NFL and college football, the Major League Baseball playoffs are coming up. And by the way, number one in Major League Baseball at this current time for the 2025 season. And don't forget the other pass. It's a little bit of money, but when you stop and think about it, if you're betting every day and you're a serious bettor, you should really give this serious consideration because normally my 365-day all access pass is $19.99. You can get it today for a limited time offer, $11.99. That's $811 off the normal price, folks. When you break it down, that's $3.25 a day. That's everything I put out for the entirety of 365 days, including 5% best bets in every sport that I handicap and put picks out on at wagertalk.com. So take advantage of that because not only will you're going to get those picks for 365 days for the reduced rate of $11.99, we're also going to give you a 25% bonus coupon. And what that will allow you to do is for as many purchases as you want over the 365 days, you're going to be able to purchase from any other handicapper as many times as you want, like I said, and use the coupon for 25% off. So not only are you going to get my 365 days, not only are you going to get $811 off, not only is it only $3.25 a day, but you're also going to get a 25% bonus coupon to use on any other handicapper throughout the site. Again, wt.buzz/RB is my direct link at WagerTalk, wt.buzz/RB. Don't forget to give this video a like, folks. Be much appreciated. And also, if you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and you'll be glad that you did. Until the next time, for Wager Talk TV and Ross Benjamin, take care and God bless.